I started a Pokemon card business just over a week ago, and I have made over... Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It has now been a little over a week since I took the plunge to start my own Pokemon card business with only one card. And I have some great news to report. In this past week, I have sold over 20 items. The support from you guys has been incredible. I've had so many messages on Vinted that people have came from my original video that is now my best performing one ever, and are really excited to see the journey. So I thought I'd jump on and give you guys an update as to what is sort of happening with it at the moment, where it's going, any issues I've run into along the way, and also just sort of what's coming next. So yeah, we'll cover all that off today, and if you have any questions that you want me to sort of discuss in a future video, leave them in the comment section and I'll get back to each of you. Just a quick note, we have now hit over 200 subscribers on this channel, something that I never thought would ever happen. I thought I'd be lucky to get 50 people, so over the moon. Cannot thank you guys enough for your support. If you're new here, I'm Eddie Bear. I am a long-time Pokemon collector that has recently started their own Pokemon card business. If you'd like to follow along for the journey, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, like the video, and let's see if we can hit 500 subscribers this year. From selling on Vinted, I have already made over £150 in profit from the selling of cards. Now, a lot of these were from my personal collection, so there is no sort of expenditure to get the profit here. So profit and loss, ROI, doesn't really exist in this circumstance, but over £150 in sales already is a great starting point for the business. It's something that I'm looking to build on and double down on. This money is going to get reinvested into future purchases. So again, I'll be continuously scrolling Vinted myself to find any opportunities for like bundles, cards that are undervalued, or also looking to buy collections. If any of you out there that are watching this have got cards for sale and you're based in the UK, please drop me a message on Instagram, on Vinted, or even in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you. Always up to chat about what you've got, what you're looking to sell, and if you just want to chat Pokemon, I'm here. So yeah, really excited to see where this goes. I cannot believe the support and how well it's going so far, and it is solely on me to keep it going now. So it's a case of we're building momentum, got to maintain it, got to double down, and still continuously work towards that goal of vending a show later this year by building stock, getting money behind me, and being in a position to actually be in person with you guys at card shows, having a great time, doing deals, and also just soaking in the incredible community aspect that card shows bring. Something that I have really noticed is that things tend to sell within the first couple of hours of uploading on whatever sort of platform that you go on. Obviously eBay, if you're running an auction, it'll take longer, and if it's a higher value item, you have to wait for the right seller. But with Vinted, when I've been uploading, the vast majority of things have sold within sort of an hour or two of hitting publish, which is obviously fantastic. But again, it's one of those things that you need to sort of take into account, that if you're in a position where you're not able to ship items within a reasonable time frame, you don't want that to reflect badly on you. So I'm really trying to almost go out of my way to ensure that it's same day or next day shipping. Everything is packaged well. I include a handwritten thank you note in every order I have, because I genuinely do just appreciate it so much, and I don't want this just to be about making money. Obviously I want money to be able to fund my collection, but I also want that community aspect, because this is a trading card game and it's a hobby that so many people love and enjoy. So try and blend the two as much as I can is like my primary objective. I also find that when it comes to packaging, bubble mailers, top loaders, and I am so cautious of like cards getting damaged that I actually put everything that I sell in team bags as well. So this allows me to secure the card within the top loader without having to use tape, so there's no like residue, no issues of like the card slipping out of the top loader in the envelope or bubble mailer and getting damaged. It's one of these things that, yes, it's like a small extra cost to me. I think a set of team bags is only a couple of quid, so on average it's an extra 2p per order, but I feel like that gives me peace of mind knowing that the card is going to arrive with the customer in the exact condition that I've listed in the photos. Transparency is key, making sure that the cards arrive in the condition that they're sent out in and are from like mining is paramount. And also it's these little things that make a difference. Like I have had so many orders where I have received a card and it's just been loose in an envelope, or it's been folded up in a bit of paper in an envelope, and it's like, even when you're spending a few, only a couple of quid on a card, like it's not good enough, and it's one of those things that I'm actively trying to avoid. So it's always bubble mailers, top loaders, sleeves, team bags, big padded envelopes if it's a slab up to a certain value, and then if it exceeds that value, it goes into a cardboard box, just so everyone is protected. The worst thing I could imagine is selling someone something and them not being happy with it, or it getting damaged in transit from something that I could have prevented. Obviously, if it gets like run over by a car, or someone in the courier service is being a dirty little diddler and they try and rip the package open, those things are unavoidable and are like things you can't plan for. But if it's something that I can do on my end to prevent it, to ensure a good sale, ensure somebody's happy and they get the card exactly how they want it and how I've listed it, that's one of the most important aspects of this for me. So continuously focusing on good packaging, good prices, and also volume of sales at the moment within a manageable amount is sort of my three key pillars for this business that I'm building. Interestingly, so far I found that the cards and sort of era that have sold the best for me is Scarlet and Violet, particularly English cards, which I am kind of surprised by. I mean, I know a lot of Scarlet and Violet is now heading out of print, particularly the earlier sets like Paldean Fates, Obsidian Flames, Paradox Rift, and those, and obviously Scarlet and Violet base. But I was quite surprised that these are the ones that people are still actively picking up, as one thing I've learned from social media is the posts that have the highest engagements are the ones that are the newest set, the biggest cards. As you'd expect, everyone wants that big chase, and that's the stuff that does very well on the likes of Instagram. But I found that selling English illustration rares and better is something that is probably my biggest seller at the moment. Second to that, I would say, are Sword and Shield era cards, particularly trainer galleries. As again, these are such an accessible and affordable way of getting incredible artworks, whether it's for a personal collection, a Pokedex, or if you are just trying to master those sets from a previous era. They're super cheap, like a lot of cards are £1, £2, £3 sort of thing. But it's just enabling you to get cool artworks for cheap, and that they're outselling Japanese cards that I have listed. I have sold a few sort of Mega Evolution era Japanese art rares, and again, these are super, super affordable because they're only like a couple of quid each. It has to be a big volume game to make any kind of profit on them. But again, as someone that's trying to work to build their brand, they are a very nice, accessible way to get deals done, get reviews coming in, and improve buyer perception so that they know that I'm someone that can be trusted to send them a card that's in the condition I've advertised it at a price that's reasonable and isn't trying to rip anyone off. I thought that these would sell a bit quicker, if I'm honest. I thought these would be the sort of bread and butter of the business, and then everything else would be quite like supplementary to it. But at the moment, English is definitely leading with illustration rares. I've had a couple of slabs go out, one of which is a Pikachu, which is always going to do well. The other of which was the Team Rocket's Meowth art rare from Glory of Team Rocket and an Ace 10. Meowth Gen 1 Pokemon from a Team Rocket set. It's always going to be quite a quick like liquid card or slab, so there's not too many learnings to take from that. I have uploaded some new slabs onto my profile so that again I can get a bit of an idea of what people want, and I've tried to go for different grading companies as well. So there's some PG, there's Ace, there's even Beckett, again just to see what the appetite is over here for that kind of stuff, see what sells, see what doesn't. If there's stuff that I get like lumped with and I'm sat holding it for a while, that's fine. I firmly believe there's a buyer for everything. It's just a case of a waiting game. Like my Charizard, for instance, I have had offers of I mean, I've had a few people offer me like £800, which is just ludicrous considering it's a £1,700 card in a 10. I've had offers around like the £1,500 mark, which is like a lot closer to what I'd be willing to accept and probably what I would go for now. But at the time, the card was worth sort of 2.2, so that was quite a dip. And again, I'm just not in a rush to sell anything. I think one thing that a lot of people sort of overlook is, I'm going to call it the desperation factor, in that when you're at, say, like a card show and you see something that you really want and then you offer like trades from your binder against it, because you're in that atmosphere and you can get kind of swept up by the emotion, the occasion, and you can see that thing in front of you that you're actively chasing, you're more likely to get a bit of a worse deal because you're willing to accept whatever it is that you are offered, because it's like, well, this person is in a position of trust, so I will just sell and allow it. And then when you are in need of quick cash yourself, you are far likely to sell at a much lower percentage than you could get for your collection because you just need that money. Because of that, there's a tendency for people to get sort of rough deals, basically. And I'm very fortunate that I'm not in a mad rush to sell this Charizard as quickly as possible, because it's one of those things that if I hold on to it for a bit longer, I know it will go up. It's got a very low gem rate. The PSA 10 price of it is going absolutely crazy at the moment, so it's just waiting for Ace to catch up to that. And ultimately, it's a Charizard, it's a gold card, they're notoriously hard to grade. It will do well, and patience is going to be the greatest asset here. It may even get to a point where I just start taking it to card shows with me to see what I could sell or trade against it. I mean, I'm still firmly on the side of selling it over trades at the moment, but if it comes to it, that's also something that I can look to reevaluate and explore in the future. As I say, no rush at the moment. When it sells, it will sell, and it'll be a huge cash injection. But in the meantime, I have got a lot of new singles and slabs hitting the store. I have a grading submission of my own at Ace currently that's due to complete within the next couple of weeks. So that'll be a good mix of One Piece and Pokemon stock that is going to be hitting my account. And again, I'm going for that low to mid, that low range slab of like, I want to be accessible. So 20, 30, 40 pound slabs, getting them into the hands of as many people as possible. Hopefully I can be the person that gets somebody their first slab. I think that'd be a great thing to have. It'd be such a nice thing to be able to say that I helped get someone their first slab, got them at a reasonable price, they're super happy with it, it starts their collecting journey on. And it's just one of those things that, again, it feeds back into the community, and that's one of the big things that I'm also trying to do with this. So super excited to see where it goes, super excited for the grading return to come back, although the cost of grading is going to hurt. I'll flash it up on screen at the moment, but from rough memory, I believe it's about £200 for 16 cards being graded, all of which have the Ace Art Match label, which, I mean, if you grade with Ace, you can't do anything but the Art Match labels. Anything else is criminal. So yeah, hopefully we have a high gem rate on that. If not, I am going to be sulking, but it will give me a brilliant bit of content for the next video when I talk about the profit and loss behind personal grading and how I'm getting cards to sell as part of this business. So yeah, we'll see how we do. If there's anything you want me to cover off in an episode, please let me know. Drop it in the comment section below. I'll reply to each and every one of you. I appreciate the love and support as always, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Eddie Bear out.